life. So ultimately, you're going to be integrating these systems in your day-to-day, and it includes not just the exercises and the templates, but it has these various databases in order to help you develop your system. As we scroll down, you have your home navigation hub. So this will help you jump to any place within the template. So for example, the home button will lead you back to this home space, and all of the different navigation features will lead to the individual pages. Here you also have the course resources hub. This is going to lead you to the individual lessons in the LifeOS course. We are constantly updating those modules, examples, and resources. So make sure to check back if you ever need a refresher and you need to check in and follow some of those exercises. Down here we have your vision, your projects and tasks, as well as your action plan. So as you know, the two primary pillars of LifeOS are vision and action. So under vision, we have your life compass, and this leads to the life compass page. Ultimately, we have 4 exercises for life compass. And what we wanted to be able to do was have a place where you can go ahead and actually update your life compass as things change in your day-to-day life. So let's say that you went through a major life change, you changed careers, you had a child, and now it looks like things in the future may look a little bit different than you might have predicted when you did this exercise the first time. So then all you would need to do is go duplicate that particular prompt set, add the date, and then you can have a collection of all of your life compass updates over time. We're gonna go ahead back to the main hub. Then we have the future sketch, and similar to the life compass, this has all of the different prompts, and you can go ahead and update it with your different dates and such in order to track your progress over time and see how your priorities may shift. We also have your quarterly quests. Your quarterly quests is the place where you're going to be applying the GPS method in order to make your plan for the next 90 days. And you can go ahead and update this periodically every single quarter. And this is also a place where you can check in and add your progress. I'm going to go over the template and whatnot in just a moment, but I just want to go through the main navigation. We also have your projects and tasks. That kind of is what it sounds like. It hosts all of the different projects that you have underway. And if we go into the projects hub in particular, every individual project has a template. So you have your template, which includes all of the different tasks, and you can actually add it onto the timeline or directly into your task manager. All of these things are embedded. So whenever you add a new project, a new task, anything like that, it's going to go ahead and populate into this database so that when you make any of those additions or if you take anything away, then it's going to make the change over the entire hub. So that way things aren't living in multiple places. It's just well integrated, like a very well organized second brain. We're going to go back to the main hub now. The same thing applies for your tasks. As you add a new task, then you will go ahead and write up what it is, a due date or date range, and you can also track your progress as well as your status. Your action plan is consistent with your focus log. So we have your focus log here. This is where you can track the focus session that you have going. Every time you go ahead and make a new page, it's going to go ahead and create the created time. And then when you finish, you can go ahead and add the end time. Then we also have this focus mode section. So you can actually log what kind of focus you were in for that particular time period and track patterns and your progress over time. Below that, we have your daily planning log. This includes all of your daily plans as well as your habit tracker. So every single day, this is going to auto-populate, but I'll go over some of the different repetitions and automations that we have underway as we go through the template. Scrolling down, we also have the weekly review. This includes all of your different weekly reviews, and you can do this at any point in the week that makes the most sense to you. I personally do mine on Sunday, and you can also automate this. That way it creates the template every single Sunday. It is the default add page for this particular page for the weekly review. But if you wanted to go ahead and set it up, for example, to trigger every single Friday or every single Saturday, you can go ahead and add the repeat. You can turn this on, and then you can select which day. So you can say that you'd like it to populate daily, or if you would like to populate on a particular weekday. So you can go ahead and use those features in Notion in order to have that automation. Scrolling down, we also have your quarterly alignment. This is in conjunction with Ali's quarterly alignment workshops. So you can go ahead and add a new page to your quarterly alignment, and it will come up with all of the prompts and things that we have as part of the quarterly alignment exercise, which includes the reflection exercises, alignment, as well as preparing your quarterly quests. Now, like I said at the beginning of this walkthrough, everything is embedded. So as you open up the quarterly quests, you can go ahead and open up apply the GPS method, and it'll prompt you to go ahead and add your new quests. Under this, you have your main quest, your side quests, and everything in between. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back out to the main hub. Now we're going to scroll down to your habit tracker. Now your habit tracker is connected to your daily planner or your morning manifesto, and it has all of these different sections. Now, one important thing about the habit tracker is that it's going to go ahead and populate both how long you have maintained your streak as well as your current streak. This is going to populate over here. The only thing is that if you want to make any updates to it, it's a tiny bit complicated. So all of the steps are outlined here, and I'm also going to add a walkthrough tutorial on how to do it as well. So don't need to worry. There are many walkthroughs throughout this template, so that way hopefully it will be nice and easy to use. Scrolling down, we also have your quest, projects, and task tracker, and this helps you see overview of all of your different goals, quarterly quests, priorities, etc. So as you can see here, we have your work main quest, your life main quest, your side quests, your weekly priorities, which you're going to do during your weekly review, your projects, and your tasks. If you want to filter this so that way it only shows a few things, then you can, but we have also added the quarterly quests, the project timeline, the task tracker, and all of this in the table view as well. So all of your various options are available here, but you can always adjust them if you would like. Scrolling down, we have your LifeOS planner. Now, your LifeOS planner is where we have your daily check-in. So this includes your morning manifesto, your evening shutdown, as well as your focus log. We also have the weekly review and your quarterly alignment. So you can go ahead and use the quick navigation to the left over here in order to add a new day, or you can go ahead into the top right corner in order to see all of these templates. Now, like I said, the daily planner is going to auto-populate on weekdays. So it's going to populate Monday to Friday, and you can adjust this by going to the 3 buttons or the 3 dots and change the repetition. If you would prefer for it not to have an automation, you can always turn this off. And like I said, you can also create the automation for the weekly review as well as the quarterly alignment if that is something that would be helpful to you. Now I'm going to go ahead and just quickly walk you through these templates. So we have your daily review or your daily planner, and this includes your morning manifesto, the focus log, and the evening shutdown. We also have your weekly review, which includes the reminder, so a check-in on your goals, reflection, as well as planning. So like I said, I embedded all of these different databases, so that way they're easy to access and you don't have to jump around the template in order to find things. They're all well laid out in the individual templates. And lastly, we have the quarterly alignment, which I've shown you before. When you go and set up your new projects and quests, there's also templates for those as well. So under the main quest for work, we have your work quest prompts as well as the GPS. So everything that you could possibly need in order to set your goals and apply the GPS method seamlessly. That is it for the walkthrough for the LifeOS Notion Hub. If you have any questions or if anything comes up, then please be sure to let our team know and we'll walk you through it. But hopefully this walkthrough was comprehensive enough to let you know where things are and how it is that you might use them. You can always refer back to this if you need. And for the habit tracker, I will include another little tutorial further down on the page.